We need to build a wall, and it has to be built quickly.
The evidence is now clear that the majority of people coming across the border are not from Mexico. They're coming from Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras. Those countries are the source of the people that are now coming in its majority. I also believe we need a fence. The problem is if El Chapo builds a tunnel under the fence, we have to be able to deal with that too. And that's why you need an E-Verify system, and you need an entry-exit tracking system, and all sorts of other things to prevent illegal immigration.
All right, Arizona Sheriff and Border Watcher Extraordinaire Joe Arpaio on that and the fallout from that. Well, Joe, at least to your interest, this was an interesting debate last night on that issue. Who scored points for you on that issue?
Well, I think, once again, I have to say this. I respect Donald Trump, that he opened the door. He finally admitted it. I've been saying it for the past month or two, that he opened the door, and now everybody's talking about illegal immigration. But, Neil, he's saying one more thing everybody forgets. He's talking about the drug traffic that keeps coming across the border into our country. So I'm glad he is mentioning the drug traffic, because every other politician, all they're talking about is illegal immigration and the border. So it's more important than just illegal immigration, which is very important. What did you make of the wall
thing? Well, Marco Rubio sees to that say, well, a wall is all fine and dandy, but the fact of the matter is there are tunnels, and these guys have figured out tunnels. What do you make of that?
Well, I kind of agree with him, because I've spent, over 30 years as a top guy in Mexico and Texas. I can go on and on. I was sheriff fighting this battle, and I've said over and over again, all the politicians say we must enforce the border, but that's a cop-out, so they don't have to do anything in the interior. They say enforce the border first, and then we will look into the illegal immigration problem in our country. And that's a cop-out. You have to hit it in Mexico, at the border, and in the United States.
But you know, Sheriff, what bothers me the most with some of the candidates, I had this exchange with Rick Perry. He's a wonderful governor, don't get me wrong. I was not being disparaging. But I said, all right, you want to address the border, you want to put more troops at the border, fine. But what are you going to do about the millions who are already here? And he said, I'll tell you when I'm president. And that wasn't all that different from Hillary Clinton on the Keystone Pipeline. I'll tell you when I'm president. And I thought that was a cop-out.
Are you talking about Perry?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I supported him last time around,
but not this
if you remember. But you have to hit it again from all aspects.
But we're not. They talk about tightening the border, which is fine.
We're not.
But we're not dealing with the 10, maybe it's maybe 20 million who are here. Now, I know the border is important. We want to stop the civ, but we're not addressing the problem that might already be here.
Yeah, you're right. You know, I told you before on this show, we turned over 5,000 from my jail system to ICE, and 38% have come back many, many times. In fact, last month, 40% have come back. So you do know that we are not deporting these illegal aliens, and if we are, they keep coming back over and over again.
Why is that, Sheriff? See, that's
country.
What I don't understand, Sheriff. I mean, I know we had these two court rulings that effectively quashed the administration's aim to delay deportation, so I think upwards of 5 million illegals. So I thought, well, obviously things have gotten back to what they were. We're resuming deportations. But I understand from guys like you who are right there, that is not happening. So what is?
No, it's not happening. So once again, I have to commend Donald Trump for opening that door. Now maybe something will be done one of these days in the next election. It's always a political situation. And also, I've been trying to go to Mexico City officially. I've been stonewalled by the Mexican government, by the U.S. government. I have a lot to offer. We have mutual interests, so they're keeping me out of Mexico. Maybe Donald Trump and I can take a little trip to Mexico City. At least I'll have a free airline ticket.
Well,
so that's what you got to do.
By the way, it sounds like Trump is your candidate.
No, I haven't endorsed anybody yet. But I do respect what he's doing, opening that door. And he's rather outspoken, so let's see what all the other candidates do about it.
All right. Sheriff, it's always good seeing you. Thank you very much.